all. Welcome back to SAP MM. Today we learn more about the interview questions for 1 year of experience. Let us start. How do you create a movement types and what are the steps involved in it? And when you recommend a new movement type? These are the questions. Now the answer is the transaction code is OMJJ. We can copy the new movement type which is of nearby old one. When you want to go to a new movement type, if there is no possibility to done transactions with the old one. If there is no possibility, only then you will recommend a new movement type. The steps involved in it: entry the control data, short text, allow the transactions, help text, update the control data, account grouping, and finally provide the reasons for the movement. It could be goods issue or for the sampling or for this scrapping and so on. So the transaction code is OMJJ. Moving on to the next question. What is meant by consignment stock? What are the steps involved in consignment cycle? Consignment stock is the material which is laying in the premises but it is not owned by the company. It has no value assigned to it until it is taken into a company stock. Once it is used in production or to sold, it is taken into a company stock. So whenever you are transferring the consignment stock to your own stock, the movement type is 411K. The consignment cycle is similar to a standard purchase cycle. The difference is that no accounting document is created at the time of the goods receipt, only the quantity is updated. And consignment stocks are settlement. Settlement is happened in T code MRKO. So this is the consignment stock description. You can also give the T code that MRKO, the settlement will happen in MRKO. This should be fine when you are answering to the interview. Next question. What is meant by batches and how the batches be searched? Batch is a subdivision of your stock of a material having the same characteristics. Example, medicines, food, beverages, etc. We can search the the batches using the standard search facility, the match code or the F4 key based on the naming convention of the batches, or if you can use the batch classification based upon the characteristics of the batches like same day of the productions or the same day of procurement or so on. There are two types of shelf life. One is total shelf life, the other one is minimum remaining shelf life. Okay, this you need to give importance to the batches, and batches are being created in with the T code called MSC1N. MSC1N. Okay, here you need to give the importance of the two types of shelf life. One is total shelf life, the other one is minimum remaining shelf life. Total shelf life. If the total shelf life is maintained, then the minimum shelf will also be entered. It's mandatory. While taking the GR of such item, it actually asks the user to enter the manufacturing date so that system automatically calculates the expiry date of that product. Minimum shelf life. While taking the GR, it asks the user to enter the date of GR date so that it checks whether the days entered in the material master has been satisfied. If this condition is not met, it will not allow you to take the receipt of that particular item. So now, while entering the total shelf life, the minimum shelf life will also be entered as a mandatory. And while entering the total shelf life, you are going to give the date of manufacture, and while entering the minimum shelf life, you are entering the GR date. This should be fine. Okay. Moving on to the next question. How do you find the slow moving stock in plant? If there is a very minimal movement of the stock based upon the long duration, maybe around more than 400 days or 450 days, the movement of the stock is very slow, like once or twice, that is considered as a slow moving stock. The T code is MC46. MC46 is the T code to check the slow moving items in the inventory. That's all for this session. Thank you all and do subscribe. Your subscription is a big motivation to me to come up with the tricky questions and make your interviews easy to crack it. Thank you.